That's Eric's brain. Welcome back to the Five. We're talking about 2012 now, and earlier today, presidential hopeful Mitt Romney gave voters a glimpse of what his foreign policy would look like if he takes the White House. Don't count on it. Listen to this.
I will offer a very different vision of America's role in the world and of America's destiny. I will begin reversing Obama-era cuts to national missile defense. I'll order a full review of our transition to the Afghan military to secure that nation's sovereignty from the tyranny of the Taliban. And I will again reiterate that Iran obtaining a nuclear weapon is unacceptable.
Gee, Mitt, that's a lot of brand new stuff you came up with there. We're so proud of the studying you've done. A, the missile defense system, everybody agreed was not going to work. B, nobody wants Iran to have nuclear weapons, and we've said so. And you want to reverse Afghanistan? You want to leave 100,000 troops? You want to leave it there in Afghanistan? Fine, Mitt. You pay for it out of your family fortune.
Wasn't the Obama administration okay with nuclear weapons in Iran?
No, absolutely. No, where'd you get that from?
I thought you told me that.
Well, we know Ron Paul said stay out.
Stick to comedy, man.
Ron Paul said stay away. If they gained, it would be bad if they did, but it's not our job to make sure they don't.
That's nobody believes that, and if Iran gets anywhere close to it, they will be taken out by us or by Israel. And we don't need Mitt Romney's views to know that.
No,
right?
but you know we do
Tell me
sit
what
around.
he said,
no, but we do sit around the table, and frankly, you know, Dana has said, and you've said also, where's Rick Perry on the foreign policy? Where are his policy speeches? So it's good when Mitt Romney steps up and says, "Here's where I am."
You know who's on his foreign policy team? He's got Henry Kissinger. He's the youngest guy on it at 93.
In Bob's defense, the reason why he's not saying anything new is because he has 22 of Bush's former advisors. Right. So a lot of people would say, is that a smart move?
Yeah. Good point.
To bring back Bush's advisors. I mean, look, there's no question Mitt Romney has the most sophisticated operation out of any of the candidates. He is doing things that Perry shouldn't. But you wonder, why would he do something so controversial? This is so much less about Romney and more about Bush. Why open yourself up to that?
He needed a surprise like Shakira.
You know, Greg, fine. Listen, I can understand why he needs to talk about foreign policy because he has laid out a position on jobs, which is equally as ridiculous. But the point is, if you're going to do something on this, why not call for something significant? Did he deal with the United States, China?
Because he's winning. You're a football guy, right?
Not going to rock the boat, right?
If you're running the ball and you're getting 4, 5, 6 yards every carry, why do you start throwing the ball?
In the course of a campaign, any president or presidential wannabe is going to have to address United States Chinese relationships,
from the front.
He said America must lead the world or someone else will.
Oh, now there's that's a tough one.
That's not what Obama said when he was running for president.
What did he say?
He was talking about how, America is exceptional, but so is everyone else.
But that's embarrassing.
Making it meaningless.
By the way, I like what he said. He wants to strengthen our position. I think that we should. He wants to strengthen
it where?
Bob, throughout the world. How about that?
Fine.
Start with that.
We don't have any soldiers, but let's go ahead and do it.
And he made a call to reject having multilateral institutions like the UN taking precedence and operating things. I like that
okay,
approach.
if he did that, I missed that. If Mitt Romney called for the end of the UN, that's big news. Good for you, Mitt. That's great. All right, look, Marco, let me switch here for a second. Marco Rubio, who I think ought to be anybody's candidate for vice president, no matter who gets the nomination, has said now, I don't want it.
You're right.
Andrea, does this surprise you?
He wants it.
Yes, of course.
Everybody wants it, and everyone who's asked says yes. Do you know anyone that was asked that says no?
No, here's my theory. It's like when you're at a friend's house for dinner and they ask if you want seconds, but you say no. And then finally when somebody says, come on, you go, okay, I'll have seconds. All right. That's what being a VP is. You wait until you're asked.
Well, everybody wants him, too. Is he playing hard to get now? I mean, what's the strategy here?
Who does he help the most, though?
Everybody.
Oh, I know everybody. Everyone wants Hispanic, everyone wants Florida. I get it, but
Romney.
Who gets the most upside from
Romney? Romney gets the most upside. I mean, I've vetted vice presidential candidates. Actually, we were asked to go out and vet some, and about half of them were crooks. But the ones that made it through my screen, which imagine was pretty loose, no, but we ended up with a very good vice presidential candidate, Geraldine Ferraro, who was our former colleague here. We know she was a wonderful person. But it's a big job, and I think Rubio has shown himself. He's played it so smart so far. He hasn't stepped out too far. The speeches he's given have been bright, to the point. He's raised money in the right places. Who would not take a Hispanic from Florida?
Does it make sense for him? And is he obligated, if asked, to then do it, to rise up for the party and to help try and deliver them the
odds tell you a vice president will become president one day. So the answer to that is absolutely yes. What's he want to do? He wants to say Senate for...
No, but you know what's funny?
Maybe he doesn't want to go down on losing.
Rubio goes, I don't want
like
it.
that.
I don't want it, but Newt goes, oh, I'll do it.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
All right, now,
and
listen.
Kane says, I'll take it. Now,
listen, Newt said, I'd take it. Newt would take, I'm sure. Kane would take anybody but Perry. What do you think of that?
It's funny.
Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, there is that issue. By the way, Perry was the issue with the hunting cabin, with his father's hunting cabin. I would like to say, though, we have a couple of friends down at the Value Voters Summit right now, and apparently both Kane and Perry have made some very, very emotional and great speeches. So I would expect, and there's a straw poll coming up.
Let me say that we have one of our topics is CNN with MSNBC's Lawrence O'Donnell. We don't recognize either one of those or Lawrence O'Donnell, so we're going to take a break. Coming up, now I don't want everyone to be so shocked they fall out of their chairs. But next, my colleagues are going to blame the housing crisis on Obama.
Aren't you? Hands on the ceiling if you want me.